Alright, so today we're going to do factoring by grouping. This one we have 4 terms, and we're going to try to simplify it and factor it down to find the roots to be able to solve these polynomials. So we have 1, 2, 3, the 4 terms right there. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to set up this little template here. Now the way this works is that we're going to take out the GCF of the first 2 sets of parentheses and the second 2 sets of parentheses. So we split it up into the first 2 terms and the second 2 terms. These are what we're going to look at. Now we're going to try to take the GCF of these 2 terms and put it on this first line. So the biggest number that goes into 9 and 3, or 9 and 12, should be 3. Now this has x to the third and this has x to the second, which means we can take out x squared. Now once we do this, right, 12 divided by 3, it's going to give us 4. X squared divided by x cubed divided by x squared gets us just an x. I'm going to put this in a different color. Now we put the minus sign there. Now if we have 9x squared, and we get rid of, take out, and divide by 3x squared, we just end up with 3. The x squareds cancel out. Now the whole idea by doing this factor by grouping is that we want the right hand parentheses to equal the same thing as the left ones. To do that, what GCF do we have to take out of the parentheses up here? The answer is nothing, but we can't say we got to take out nothing. If we don't want the parentheses to change, we say that the greatest common factor is 1. Now the final step to writing this thing out in factored form is I'm going to take the pink numbers, the 2 GCFs, and put them together. It's a positive 1, so I'm going to put plus 1. And then I'm going to take the purple numbers, because they're the same, and put them together. And that right there is our factored form of a 4-term polynomial. Now we're going to do the same thing with example 2. I'm going to set up this template again. So we have this, which is the GCF. We have the parentheses. We have this, which is the GCF again, and the parentheses. Now what we're going to do is we're going to box these up, right? We're going to look at the left side and the right side. Now looking at the boxed up pair to the left, we need a GCF. The GCF of 205, there's only one number that goes in both of them, and that's 1. But now we got to look at the p cubed and the p squared. The most p's we can take out of there is 2. Right? Because we can take 2 out of 3 and we can take 2 out of 2. So we're going to say p squared. If we do this, right, that's going to be a 2. The p3, take out a p squared, it's going to just leave us with p. The plus sign, the 5 is going to stay, and the p squareds cancel out completely. Remember, the whole idea of taking out this GCF is that if we multiplied it back in, and we did 1 p squared times 2p and p squared times plus 5, it should get us exactly what we see up here, which in this case it would. Now we got to find the GCF of the second piece. So 6p plus 15. The GCF, so we start at 2. 2 doesn't work. At 3, if we take out 3, we end up with 2p plus 15, plus 5, which is exactly what we want. Because remember, we want the number in these parentheses to be exactly the same. So now we rewrite the pink, so p squared plus 3, and the purple, 2p plus 5. And that is your factored form.